Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. Man, oh man, it's going to be a fun time. We're going to get into a lot of things today, and of course, the HexPo is online. HexPo for Hex is starting in less than an hour, so we're going to check that out at the end of the video. Stay tuned, folks. Let's go hex.com and let's get into it. So 766 is the day for Hex. So day 766, the 6th of January 2022, or almost a weekend already, and a 21.3 cents after 24 hours. Up 7.9%. Yay! A nice price rise. So very, very cool. Let's get straight into it. And of course, a return on investment multiplier from all-time low, 5th of January 2020, is 3,782. That excludes staking, of course. And oh my gosh, again, if you're staked Hex, you are getting paid. You are getting a paid, and the return has just been spectacular. PulseX obviously helping its way there with penalties, and people are basically early in staking their bags, man. And so we're getting the benefit from it. It's amazing. 6.485 hex per t-share. That's really, really great. And of course, look at this. Last 10 days, all over 6. And of course, yesterday, fifth highest day, 7.92. Stake it and relax and ride through the prices. That's what the game is. The t-share price, of course, 4,311. And a decent day, 7.9 up on the t-share right there, 20,191. This is going to go up and to the right. No matter what happens to the price, it's going to keep going up and to the right. So when the price goes back to all-time high, that t-share price there is going to rocket over 10,000. Easy peasy. It's going to be fantastic. All right, so average stake period 6.07 years. That's the same for the last 4 days. Annual percentage yield rate, interest and early in-stake penalties, 41.51%. Look at these returns. Oh my gosh, I love being staked in X. And yeah, it really is the golden child. Of course, it's the only operating product at the moment until PulseChain and PulseX launch. Liquidity pool, 141.1 million in the pool. Remember, there's only about enough here. We take the t-share price at the t-share price of 20,191. There's only enough in the liquidity pool, if you think about it, here for about 7,000 t-shares. I mean, it's not a lot. So pretty amazing stuff there. Liquidity pool USDC 28.8 million, up from yesterday, and liquidity in the pool 1,344, up from yesterday as well. Let's have a look at the valuations. 12.93 billion in total value locked, 123.2 billion as the market cap, including the Origin wallet accounts. T-share market cap is 45.75 billion, and the t-share numbers are 10.6 million, and that's down 5,000. So amazing. That's like 80% of the liquidity in the hex pool there, so it's not amazing. All right, let's have a look at the hex supply. It's 637.76 billion, and that's up a pretty modest 12.2 million minted hex today. So that's the stuff that's actually coming to the supply there. Circulating supply of 577 billion, and that's only up a 1.9. That's quite a low amount given the fact that we've come through all this high period of circulating supply. Let's watch this number over the next 10 to 20 days. It's going to be interesting because we've just come off through all these big unstakes, and we'll just watch that number pretty closely. Stake supply 60.5 billion, and that's up 10.2 million at today. Good accounting, pretty flat there. That's the numbers there, so still sitting over a billion, sitting in good accounting. Most of that, 80% of that's in the Origin wallet stuff that John Wick good accounted. Stake percentage of coins at 9.5%, pretty modest. And hey, yesterday we were only at 9.49, so 9.5 is crazy to be a staker. You are loving it. Payout to stakers 68.8 million, and that's deferred inflation. Of course, gets only comes out in the future when stakes mature. Penalties, oh my gosh, 10.6 million. So no wonder we had such a great hex per t-share payout after yesterday's 41, which is the fifth best day. This is another great day in the office. Total holders 405,445. As I guess the next target is 500,000, right? 500,000. Change in total holders 487. That's a good day. And current holders up 127 to 73,855. Total stakers up 129 to 93,845. And change in current holders negative 22, and that's at 278,337. So that's the results for day 766, folks. Let's jump over through to the price. Current market price is 21.3, and we've got a bit of a green candle started, so let's see how we get on with that. We've still got a bit of a time to get a little late run up. We'll watch that, of course, as well. All right, let's jump over to the liquidity in the pool. We've got actually I've got this out of place here. Liquidity in the pool. There we are. And so 85.4% in USDC, giving real stability to Hex price as the market goes down a bit there. So cool. And we've got that's the wider crypto market that is. We've got the tShare prices coming off, but obviously with the Hex price, but the share rate's going up and to the right, and the mass adoption is ticking along. And the payouts are just insanely awesome. And of course, PulseX is helping with that, with people early in staking. We're going to check that in a second when we check the Whalebot. Now, this is our front of our 15-year staking ladder. So if you're staking, you want to definitely try and pick a place that's got a big gap in it. But the front of the wave is definitely starting to break up a bit. And we do have a lot of short staking OGs, 30 days and stuff like that. But that's just the way that goes. Let's have a quick look at the this is the 6-month view. So this is the 15-year view. We're going to jump to the 6-month view, and we can see that we've got this candle coming out on the 9th. These are all recent candles that have been restaked short term, and we've got these two here coming out at the beginning of at the end of December and the beginning of February. January, the end of January and the beginning of February. And then, of course, we've got this one which was restaked recently, and that's the 28th of February coming out, 547. And then this original candle, it's been there for a long time, 1 billion, that's coming out the 9th of May. So definitely starting to break up. On a month basis, still got quite a bit there. On a month basis, still got the 241,000 tShares coming out. Remember, that's compared to 10.6 million altogether. So still starting to break up, and over time, 2022, like I say, looks fantastic for Hex. It really does. All right, so let's jump over to the Whalebot. We had this is where we got most of our penalties. 23 hours ago, 9.6 million out of that 10 million or so, and of course that was a newt, so huge there. We'll jump past a lot of sacrifice numbers unless they're particularly huge. 1.8 million bought 12 hours ago, and a stake came out early as well. A little penalty there. Interesting, that one. Reduced there, so I guess they're going to sacrifice some, I guess. And 1.3 million just bought 10 hours ago. 1.3 million just bought 10 hours ago, so some good little buying in there. We've got some pretty big stakes sacrificing there. 1.1 million sold 3 hours ago, so that sort of started pulling us down a little bit there. Some decent amount of Hex sacrifice. 1.3 million bought 2 hours ago. 10 million Hex matured after 112 days. That's sort of our short stakers, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months kind of thing. 21 million Hex in staked after a month. There is an example of one of our monthly ones, short OGs, and 11 million staked for 31 days. It shows you some extra staking happening in there. So 31 days, that would put it out, around here somewhere. What else we got going? That was it, folks. I hope you like that one. Let's jump over to PulseChain now, Let's jump, and here we are, PulseChain. We're waiting for that to happen. All the benefit course, super fast, super cheap, and of course, biggest airdrop in history, and of course, going to support PulseX with the biggest yield farming in history. So seems like mass adoption and mass incentives. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's jump over to the PulseChain dev. Now we've got something new here 3 hours ago. PulseChain CLI, or the command line utility for inspecting the PulseChain network, has been added in there. So it's pretty cool to see that, and that's going to be for validators, software developers, that sort of thing. It's going to be quite cool for them to see that command line code. Nice. All right, let's jump over to the test, see how we're going. 3-second blocks looking good. 262,919 transactions so far, and the blocks are sticking away. Can't wait. All right, let's jump over to PulseX, and we're going to refresh these numbers because they're going up so fast. And it's 395.3, almost 395.4 million sacrificed, plus another, say, 15 million on the other chains. That would take us to 410 million. So we're well over 400 million now, about 410 million sacrificed now. Well done. And of course, Hex leading the way, 237.5 million there. ETH at 99 million, almost at 100 million on the ETH, 35 million on USDC coins. So awesome stuff. Well over 400 million now. Very, very cool. Let's jump over to Pulse. If you want to do a sacrifice course, pulsex.info is the DApp. That's where you sacrifice. Just follow the instructions very clearly and slowly. You can always do a small amount if you just want to make sure that you're doing it right, but it's pretty simple really. If you're transferring to the ETH address, you can do that pretty easy. All right, let's jump over to Pulse Leads, and of course we'll refresh this as well. Just make sure it's up to date. And yeah, 395.4, and of course that excludes about 15 million on the other chains, so about 410. Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's have a look at the leader. We've almost got a number 3 there. This is at 9.6 million. That's almost a 10 million. Remember, PulseChain, we had 5 over 10 million. It looks like we've got almost a third one here, pretty close to 10 million. See whether that actually gets over or not. But we've obviously got the Hex Godwell at the top. So have a look at the amount of Hex sacrificed at the top there. 864, almost 865 million Hex sacrificed, heading towards 1 billion, folks. It's going to happen. I feel it. Sounds good. All right, so awesome. That's going to be great. All that stuff's off the market, both on ETHchain and PulseChain. Very cool. Let's jump over to Richard Hart. Posted a couple of things here as well. So just talking about this guy here, picking Hex's number 3, number 4 in his predictions. So that's his list there. Very, very cool. The crypto spa book guys, which are huge, doing the 505 tour in the United States, and they were from Europe. Just got another testimonies going on here. There's a big shout out to the work that they do, because it is phenomenal. All right, so finally, let's wrap up. Of course, the Hex Expo conference is on day 1 is starting in 31 minutes, so not long after this live stream. After this daily update video. So definitely check it out. It's going to be the intro to Hex is going to start first, that one there, and then you got the testimonial panels today. Then the Hex talks, power of tShares, which should be pretty cool. Social media after that, and then social media on that's day 1 itinerary, and it's going to be very different on the other days. So you can follow that. It'll be something for everybody. All right, so that's day 1's about to start. 6 hours long. I'll still be doing my live stream later today on the PulseX sacrifice, and that will be somewhere in the middle here, possibly. We'll see how we get on. All right, so very, very cool. Hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.